and hopefully can have a similar experience here as we're down here this time around. Feel like our team, we're just rejoining. Half of the team is on the plane. The other half will meet us here today at the hotel. So just excited to get the week started and get ready to continue preparations.
Go ahead for questions.
Well, we ask you this question every year, but just kind of balancing the players' ability to play the football game and then just also enjoy the boat trip.
Yeah, it's always really the entire couple 3 weeks. Everybody we had good work back at home. Feel like the guys, when we left there, guys' heads were in a great place and in the preparation and everything we worked on. Now it's just managing, yes, being down here in a great city and to enjoy the city properly and still be prepared to play and get our work done in meetings and on the field. And believe our guys will be able to do that.
Is there anyone who did not travel or will not play?
We've had a couple. Let's see here. Help me. I'm trying to think, Mike. Who? Dalton Rodriguez, I think, was an academic issue. He was canceled here sort of late. And we might have had one or two. They weren't a starter at all that might have had an academic issue that wasn't able to come, but no one else.
They tell me you couldn't practice at the Superdome this year.
Yes.
You weren't interested in that in 13.
Well, no, different reasons for that. I don't need to get into all of those, but really primarily because practicing at the Saints facility, their schedule's a little later than it had been the last time we were there. Otherwise, we would have opted to go to their facility again, but their schedule's later than it was a few years ago, which pushes us back later and into the the evening dinners and things like that the players need to go to, and didn't want to get caught in a situation where we're running short, and it just wasn't. It's just it'll be great. I believe practicing in there.
Did you enjoy the practicing itself? Was fine there in 03? You just worried about the security issues?
Probably, yeah, and then some of the timing issues too with the other team coming when they were or weren't supposed to, that kind of thing.
How would you rate the overall excitement around the team just going into the game?
They're excited about it. Like I said, we had good work at home. I think it's great that they got these 3 days to be with their families around Christmas and to catch their breath. And I'm sure when we get back to the hotel, we're gonna have a meeting at 4 and go right to the practice field. So we'll find out when we get there, but I anticipate them going at it hard.
Bob, along that line, last year this time you were in a playoff game. How is your motivation and so forth for your team? What do you try to put the mindset of your team compared to last year?
Yeah, to me it's still, whether you're playing for the playoffs, the national championship, every game's important, and hopefully there's a sense in pride, no matter who you're playing or when you're playing, that you have to play to our standards and to a certain level, and believe our guys will play that way.
Do you do anything different in your preparation?
Not really. Our preparation stays pretty consistent, through the year.
Cold practices are always a time for some young guys to get some extra reps. Are there any young guys that have stood out in practice so far?
Quite a few of them, really. You could tell, you could see, you could see just the fact that they've worked another full year. I had guys like Pernell Motley really stepped up. There's I don't know. It's hard for me to think back on those, but there's quite a few guys you could tell are ready to make a jump. I think John Michael Terry will make a jump as well, but those are a couple that stood out.
Coach, are you convinced that maybe way back then somebody saw something that maybe they shouldn't have seen back then when you were?
I'm not going back there. That's way too far to even think about. No, I'm not ever going to say that. I've never said that. So.
But in a place like the Saints, it's far more contained. There's
Sure.
far less issues. Is that fair?
Sure. And well, I'm not. Let's move on. Yeah.
People of a certain age hear the term Sugar Bowl, it still carries a punch, and remember the great tradition. Is that easy to sell to 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old guys?
Oh boy, I don't know why it wouldn't. I mean, absolutely. Our guys, I believe, hopefully I'm not overlooking that. I'm going to have to ask them, but I don't know why it wouldn't. An 18-year-old would, this is one of the, always has been elite bowl games and still is. Each and every year it's one of those you aspire to get to.
With having some experience in this particular bowl, does that help in the preparation process going into the game?
Maybe just a little bit in handling things logistically. I thought we had a really smooth trip the last time we were here, and we'll do things similarly that we did then.
Time for one more question.
It's been a rough week for OU football last 10 days. Video, and then you doing your press conference, Joe doing his. Is there a sense of relief that you got some things behind you and you can focus
Well, there's
on
a sense
football?
of that we've addressed it in that, what our intentions and all were. And so, yes, we faced it and again, anticipated facing it long before. Well, have faced it for the second time, actually, in some cases. So in the end, we know we've got a mission here this week we're going to be focused on, and our guys are anxious to do that.
Thank you very much, Coach.